Tonight we have on returning guest Ayanna Davis. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Talking Junk.
I'm your host, Jason Melendez.
Live now every week on Fridays.
Talking Junk.
A multitude of professionals in different aspects, different walks of life.
You have to come on and talk junk like a normal person.
Welcome to Talking Junk, the podcast that comes to you live every Friday night from YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. I'm here with Mr. Talon, who hasn't joined us for a little while, but he took over a couple of weeks ago, and he got the bug again, so he is back. He's back for audio for just a second, but he'll join us in a minute. There he is right there.
Running late today, have a lot of errands to run, but I'm here, I'm back, I'm trying to make this more regular. Thank you for joining us this evening. Jason, I'll give it back to you.
Tonight we have on recurring guest Miss Ayanna Davis. Let me just bring her right on and not even wait. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm great.
How's everything been?
I've actually been doing very, very, very well.
Still keeping busy, I see from your Instagram.
Yes, very busy.
Yeah,
Getting
you're a
ready
very
for,
busy woman.
Autism Awareness Month is next month, so I'm super busy.
Oh yeah. Now you are, in my opinion, the new face of autism. So what's going on the front over there?
I'm still like doing what I've been doing, pushing for more awareness and acceptance for Black women and women of color, trying to get our children with autism seen, because it's always been all about the white children, and they're not the only ones that exist. They're not the only ones that struggle. They're not the only ones that deserve the services and resources. Our children matter too. So, I'm just out there trying to raise the awareness because, in order to get the acceptance, they have to know that we're here.
Right. Voice of the voiceless.
I didn't always think I had a voice, so.
Well, do you want to let those who probably haven't seen our previous episode, shame on you, go to the archives. You can find it on the website. Why don't you let them know a little bit about what you've been doing to try to bring awareness?
Sure. Okay, so my name is Ayanna, and most people know me as Phenomenally Autistic, and I am a autism activist and artist. So basically, I raise awareness for autism. I put emphasis on autism in the Black community. Just basically letting people know that there are Black and Puerto Rican autistic people out there, because I feel like we're forgotten, and most of the focus on autism is always on little white boys. So they're the ones who get like the resources and the services, and it's just like, okay, well, forget about them. We don't want them to get any empathy. We don't want them to get any grace, which leads to us and our children having a harder time. So I just try to make it known that, like, you're not going to forget about us. You're going to know that we're here, and then our children are going to get the help that they need. So I raise awareness through, just speaking up through my arts, because, I'm an artist, and I design clothes, and I illustrate books, and I do a lot.
Like we said,
I just
very
want to
busy
say
woman.
that's amazing. You sound
Thank
like
you.
you're very busy on top of just spreading awareness, and
Yes,
that's
I have to
awesome.
stay busy. I stay as busy as I can because I am chronically ill, but I make it a mission to not let that stop me from doing anything. I have 4 autoimmune diseases, and I also have survived over 300 seizures. But like, to me, like, I don't care. Like, I'm going to continue to live my life.
Right. You can't let
I'll
anything
tell you
hinder
what,
you.
you make me want to do better, because I just been lazy some days, and after hearing
Yeah,
that,
okay, like
do better.
I'm going to take these medications, and then I'm going to continue to live my life. I don't know. You don't have time to feel sorry for yourself. You have things to do in this life.
Right. And speaking of being an artist, you have a coloring book out right now.
Yes, I do. I re-released my 2019 coloring book called We Are Magical. I initially put it out because I didn't see enough like positive images of little black and brown girls, and I feel like they should always have positive images of self. So that was like why I put it out. I re-released it because I do art therapy and like it's proven to relieve anxiety. And it was backed by popular demand. People were asking for it. So that's why I re-released it. Coloring is therapeutic.
It sure is. It sure is. Now let's read this on the back here of your coloring book. It says, let me do it in a little playful voice. Dear strong, beautiful
That
girls,
that sounds scary. That doesn't sound playful.
it's Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse started out as like a minstrel show.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't know that. Do tell.
Disney has like a very dark history. That's like a whole nother show. But yeah,
Right.
he started out as like one of those characters who was all black and he had the big pink lips, and they eventually changed that and they try to keep all that hidden. But Disney has a very dark side.
Yes, yes, they do. They have a lot of hidden messages in their
Yeah,
content
because
that
like
they
if you think
release.
about it, all the princesses were like 15 and their lovers were in their 30s. But yeah.
All right, Disney Disney princess or Epstein's. You're
And I
saying?
used to love The Little Mermaid, but I was too young to think about all of that. But like now as an adult, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's definitely something to think about.
Yeah.
That's why we need more role models in the community like you instead of this Disney stuff. But there are those who try to hinder without even doing their research. So you had a very big
Yeah.
mishap. Yeah, nobody does
Yes.
their research nowadays.
No, and like the way I found out was so crazy because another journalist actually contacted me through email, and she was like, media outlets are using your picture and I know this isn't you. And she was like, here are two links. But you know how you're like weary to click links because it might be like spam.
Right.
So, but then I looked her up, and so I knew she was like a reputable source. And I clicked on these links, and I was like, no fucking way. So then, no, it was like I can laugh about it now, but I was so traumatized because, like, I'm an abuse survivor, so like seeing something like that like really triggered me, and
Right.
like so it like really bothered me for like a few weeks, but so I sent it to my dad, and we had like a PR team contact like the people that we could contact, and they removed it from like the bigger media outlets. The hardest thing is those little channels on YouTube that still have my picture up because they're like based in India and we don't know how to get in touch with them. So there are still a few that have it up, but that was crazy. And they're like, I don't even look like that girl. All black people don't look alike. So I'm
Right.
like, y'all got my
Right.
picture up with this sexual predator, and I don't even look like her. I'm like,
Exactly.
okay. And my friend lives in Florida too, and
I
she
live in
texts me.
Florida, so when I seen it, and it's crazy because she lives. I pass through that town going to work, to and from work every day. So when I read this and I seen it, I was like, "What the hell is this?" And then
Right,
I
yeah.
remember making that graphic for you, and I put it up to advertise. Like this is not her. What is
Yeah,
wrong
like
with
my
y'all?
my friend lives in Florida, and she was like she was pissed off because this is somebody that I'm very close to. And she was just like, if I see anything else, I'll let you know. Because, like as we saw it, we was just, asking people to take it down. We got most of the ones that we could get taken down.
Right. There
But
are
she,
still a couple. I ran into one doing the research for this.
yeah, me too. There's a few videos on YouTube. I have one
Well, this
posted
one's a
on my,
website.
yeah, there's like this real spammy website that I saw one on. not really, we don't really know how to get in touch with these people, but I posted a video on my TikTok, and they weren't even saying my name right. They were like Anyanya Davis, and I was like, well, they don't even know how to say my like no, like they don't even know how to say my name right, but like y'all have my pictures and y'all don't even know how to spell my name right. And
Right.
like some of my friends like really went off on them and was like cursing them out, and I was just like, well, y'all messing with the wrong one. That it
Now,
was just like so crazy. I'm like, y'all are fake journalists.
exactly. All they are clickbait. That's it.
I'm like,
Uh,
so y'all just stealing people's pictures now.
that's what they just Google the name and the most reputable source that comes up they use.
Yeah, like the woman who actually like pointed out to me initially, she got like a few of the sites to take the pictures down, but it was like offensive too because it was like y'all really think that all black people look alike?
Exactly. Now, for those of you out there that are listening, we're talking about this right here. Substitute teacher charged with having sex with student in Lakeland. And this is the young lady, another Miss Ayanna Davis. Looks nothing at all like my guest today. But yet, they still find a need to say that it was her.
And
Like on
stole
this
my
site right
pictures.
here. Stole her pictures. Look at this. Even
They
go so low as to take her childhood pictures.
yeah, like why did you take my picture?
Right. And they blast you thinking it's her. Now,
And then like some of the sites even had my picture and her picture, and I'm like, okay, what's the point of
yes,
this? Because we don't even look alike. I'm like, yeah, okay.
exactly. You can't tell that you have two different women sitting next to each other in these pictures.
And the thing that was real bogus was when they had my a picture of me from like fourth grade. Why do y'all have that up there? Like, okay. And then
Anything
like
for a story.
even the article that they got those pictures from said that I believe it said that I live in New York. So you still in pictures from an article that said that I live in New York. I'm
Right.
like, okay,
So if
y'all
she lives in
fired.
New York, how is she a substitute teacher in Florida? Makes no sense at all.
And my
Especially in the
name is
COVID area.
my
Are
name
you
is not
traveling?
no, my name is not Anyanya.
Anyanya. Definitely not. Now, did you get any backlash from this?
No, I got nothing but support. Like people were angry
As it
because
should be.
they know they know how I am. They know how sensitive that topic is, and they also know that I used to be a dance teacher and I worked with kids. But the kids that I worked with, they wasn't much younger than me because I was actually a child when I taught dance. My students were like 3 years younger than me. So, but like everybody was just pissed off because they know how I am, and they were like, anybody that knows you knows that you don't even get down like that. So I got like absolutely no backlash. Everybody was
Good.
just like pissed off that it happened. So I didn't experience any type of backlash. Nobody questioned it. Nobody was like, well, maybe that is her. No, absolutely nothing like that.
I mean, how could they say maybe it is her? That is clearly not you. Clearly. So I still don't get it. I
I
don't.
don't understand. And it was funny too, because like when I first sent it to my dad, he was like, "Oh, don't worry about it." So then when he went to look though, he didn't know that it was on so many sites and there was so many videos. So then that's when he like got the PR people on it because he was like, "I didn't know it was so many people," but it was just crazy. And I was just like, luckily, like I have so many like things going on that people can put two and two together and know that that wasn't me.
Right. Because it's I don't understand it.
I
I
still don't
wanna
understand it.
if you Google it, now all of this comes up. But before, you're probably one of the, if not the leading Google pop-up when you search Ayanna
Hmm.
Davis or Ayanya.
And yeah, yeah. If you,
So
I think I do still have. I don't know if I still have that video on my TikTok because a lot of my autistic friends,
uh,
they put videos up for me. They shared it, so they were sharing it too, and they were mad. It was like that's not even how you say your name. So,
now do you have your TikTok on your link tree?
I believe it's there, but if it's not, it's phenomenally autistic, like everything else.
All right, let's see if we can pull that up. Now, you mentioned earlier that Autism Awareness Month is coming up.
Yes.
What do you have planned as
I'm
far?
just gonna be continuing to do what I do. I'm actually gonna put this in my link tree. I'm gonna be a part of two panels. One of them is by Sanford Advocacy. They're based in California, but I'm doing it virtually because um, COVID is still a thing.
Right.
I was a
Makes
part of
sense.
their last panel. I was part of their last panel, and the um, the president of the organization, she said that I was a favorite among the parents. So I'm invited back for this. I'm looking forward to that. Um, the next one that I'm doing is ran by all autistic people. So I'm really excited about that one. And, I'm just going to continue to be running my mouth about autism. And I don't care who wants to hear it. If you don't want to hear it, you can block me, you can mute me. I really don't care. But because sometimes people who are different are treated like second class citizens, um, are judged, and people need to like open their minds a little bit more because like if you like just judge people because they're different, you really don't you don't give yourself a chance to get to know them, and like you like really might miss out on an awesome person just because you judge them because they were different.
Exactly. Sometimes different is what you need in your life.
Yeah, like I always say this, I'm like autistic is just another word for awesome.
Sometimes you need that little extra seasoning. You don't
Yeah.
want your food bland.
Yeah.
Now, I think I found what you were talking about.
Yeah, that's what I posted. If you play it a little, you can hear them say my name wrong like I was telling you.
Let me make sure I got the audio on it. Let's see.
Student. A Snapchat video of Ananya Davis is currently posted online on student. A Snapchat video of Ananya student. A Snapchat video of Ananya Davis is
Is
currently
that my
posted
name?
online
That's
on
not what my
and
mama
grabs the
named me.
attention
Well,
of the
my dad
viewers.
named me.
No, it is not, and that does not look like you at
No.
all.
No shade to her, but
A little bit of shade.
oh yeah, a lot of shade because why she mess with people's kids?
Right.
Hey, give
Exactly. It's
shade
not her
where
fault.
people
You're
need it. Sometimes they get too hot and they need it.
right. She does need a little bit of shade, but it's not her fault they use your picture.
I was not named Anyanya. I was named Ayanna actually by Muhammad Aziz.
Okay.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
How goes the shoe hunt?
I'm seeing if they don't have a smaller pair. It's a gift, and honestly, the only option is a Coach outlet store, so I'm getting a nice gift. So, but almost. Ooh,
So this all autism event that you got going on, what is it called?
Um, intersectional. I don't know. I feel horrible for not knowing the exact name. It's just because like my brain cells are a little bit fried right now, but not because not because I'm doing drugs or anything, but I'm in the middle of like a med switch, so have
Okay.
like a brain fog, but um, I don't remember the exact name. I just got too much going on, but it is being ran and curated by everybody has some type of neurodiversity because autism isn't the only neurodiversity. Like ADHD, dyslexia, like those are all neurodiversities. Autism isn't the only neurodiversity.
Right. ADHD is the reason why I'm so weird.
Not weird, just different.
Different. Well, I'm very different.
That's good. And who wants to be like everybody else?
Not me. Not me. I wouldn't be here with you today if I was like everybody else.
Nobody wants to be like everybody else. What a
Hell,
boring world it would be.
yes, yes, it would be. It would be. But this event, are you hosting like your own little panel for it?
Well, for the first one that I'm doing with the Sanford Advocacy Center, I'm doing like a Q&A with the parents. That's kind of like what I did before. And it kind of like helped them understand their child more. Like for instance, they wanted to know why their child watched the same TV show over and over again. So I just explained to them like we like for
Routine.
things to be repetitive because we don't like surprises, and
Right.
also like trying to use more than one sense at the same time can be challenging. So say I'm watching a TV show, I have to watch it a good 3 times to enjoy it, because the first time I'm watching it to use my sense of sight, the second time I'm using it for my sense of hearing. So then by the third time, like all these senses can work together, and then I can enjoy it, and then I just keep watching it because I'm enjoying it. So then, a lot of the parents was like, okay, this is making sense, because they were driving me crazy. I didn't know why they were watching it so much. So it was just like a Q&A session with the parents. For the other one, I'm really not sure what they want me to do. I told them to just let me know what they need me to prepare, and I would get it done. So there are 2 days they want me to do. I asked them to just let me know what day, so I can make sure that I'm free. But I'm definitely going to make time for them, because it's done by people with neurodiversities, and a lot of times people who aren't autistic or have neurodiversities try to control things, and they don't listen to people who are autistic, but they try to control us. So I can just respect the fact that this is being ran by people who actually understand, not people who just are observing.
Do you host panels a lot where you get parents asking you questions about their children?
This is probably like the third or fourth one that I've done, but a lot of parents, they reach out to me on social media, and I answer their questions there. TikTok, Instagram. I don't mind answering questions. Sometimes like I just had a run in with like the Karens of the autism community on
There's
on
Karens in every community. You gotta watch
oh,
out.
like yeah, like if you don't agree with them, like ugh. There was a mom on there, and she just made a very short video, and she was like, when I go places, I introduce my daughter and I tell them she's autistic. That's all she said. Somebody tagged me in it, and I just said, I was like, me and my dad do that sometimes, just so people don't feel uncomfortable. Because like I'm brutally honest. Sometimes if I'm not masking, I might like rock back and forth or tap my foot. So we really just do it so people are not uncomfortable or they don't think I'm being rude. Um, and then I just told her, I was like, that, but that's our business, and what you do with your child is your business. And here come the Karens of the autism community. They're like, they were like screenshotting my comment and making videos. And they were like, how dare you call her child a it? And I was like, I don't even know what these ladies are talking about. And I didn't even know them. I've never spoken a word to them. They weren't following me. So they're like bullies. Like if you don't agree with something they say, then they start playing the victim. So I was just, let me just block all of them. I made my page private and I went to sleep. I was like, I don't have time for this. I don't even have drama in my real life. I'm not about to have TikTok drama with the
Right.
Karens of the autism community. So yeah. But they went
Internet
away.
dog. Shame on you, Karen.
Yeah, like bye. I don't I didn't have time for that, but I've spoken to a lot of parents on TikTok and Instagram, and because they say that like I give them like a different perspective since I'm autistic myself. They always say like they never would have looked at it that way because they're not autistic, so it just gives them like another perspective or another way to look at and see a better understanding of how their child thinks.
Right. Now, when you say blunt and outspoken, you can be somewhat compared to like young Sheldon.
I
How
actually don't know who that is, but like, have you ever saw The Good Doctor?
I have.
Okay, so did you see the scene where Leah picked up Sean from the when she was coming from the gym, and they were in the car and he told her that she stinks?
Yes.
Okay, so people thought he was doing that because to be mean, but he actually wasn't doing that to be mean. Autistic people have a very, very high sensitivity for smell. So she was just like overpowering his senses. So that's why he did it. But now I really wouldn't do that. If I did, it would just be like because maybe I'm gonna pass out. But like I would I wouldn't just like tell somebody that they stink. Like I told my dad like a month ago that he needed a mint, but like he knows that I wasn't being mean. And it wasn't like you need a mint because your breath stinks. It was just like you need a mint because my senses are overloading. And he thought it was funny. He told all of his friends, but I am just like very honest and very blunt. And sometimes I can be like overloaded and like if I can't sometimes deal with too many people in my face, so I might walk away. So that can be seen as being rude if somebody doesn't know that I'm autistic. So that's why, like, we let people know she's autistic, she's not being rude, she's not shy, but she is autistic. So I understand where the mother was coming from when she says that she tells people that her daughter is autistic, but the Karens didn't like that. So, they started harassing me.
Now, although a lot of people say not everybody is the same when it comes to people on the spectrum, it's a little different because they do tend to have the same I don't want to say habits, but they have the same things that tend to bother them, like the sensory. Hello, sir.
Hello.
For the most part, is that me?
No, I think that's Holland.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. For the most part, it is a spectrum and it's a very wide spectrum. For the most part, most people who are autistic have a lot of the same traits, but the intensity of our traits are all different. Like if you meet five autistic people, all five of us are going to be different. But we are going to have a lot of the same traits. Like we still have personality, we still our own person, but like one of us might throw a table if we don't have pickles. One of us might fall on the floor. Like everybody's different. It is
One
a
you might not
spectrum.
even like pickles.
Yeah, like Sean on the Good Doctor, I think he slapped a bottle of wine across the room because they put pickles on his sandwich. But everybody is different because I think I put something on TikTok because a teacher choked me when I was in third grade. So I put something on TikTok and I told the parents, I was like, if you have an autistic child, try asking them instead of asking them how was their day, try asking them how did people make you feel, because when the teacher choked me I didn't know it was wrong, but I knew I didn't like the way it felt. And a lot of the parents were like, thank you, you probably saved my child from a lot of hurt and pain. And most of the comments were people saying thank you. Here comes a Karen, well, yes we do know right from wrong. And I had to let her know, you might know right from wrong, but me as a child, I didn't know right from wrong. So, there's always going to be somebody that wants to argue with you, but everybody is different, and that's what people need to understand. And I always tell them, I'm speaking about my experience, and you can't argue with me about my experience because you don't know me. I'm just somebody on TikTok. You don't know me.
Right, right. Everybody tends to group everybody in these little boxes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Yep.
a shame. Just like they try to group you in the same box as Ayanna.
Anyanya.
Like I don't see your name to be so difficult. I don't know how.
Anyanya.
Like that seems like a direct hit. She definitely deserves shade.
People always say my name wrong. Like people be calling me like Ayanna, Ayanna, Amanda. I'm like, there aren't even any M's in my name. Where did you get Amanda from?
My name is not Messer Wolf. It's Tollin. And I have similar things that happen as well. I don't know why you're muting and unmuting my mic, but
Because that echo will drive her insane, and I want her to feel comfortable.
I'm trying to be on top of it. But thank you.
That's what I'm here for. I'm the man with the clickety click. Well, do you have anything else going on for autism awareness other than your virtual panel for Cali?
The virtual panel, the panel with the other autistic community, just promote my coloring book. Um, I don't know what else. You know, things pop up every day. Some things I say yes to, some things I say no to. I have a little catching up to do because I don't know why, but like I didn't feel good for like a month. So I got a little bit backed up and had to cancel some interviews and a lot of those got rescheduled. So yeah, I'm gonna be pretty busy.
That's your body telling you, girl, you're doing too much. You need to slow down.
No, no. But then some actually like I just refuse to do and I have no idea why. Sometimes we just get like that.
Hey, it happens. It happens. I've had a couple shows back when we were recording shows that I am glad my manager at the time didn't let me put out, especially after I did research on them after I did the interview. So I recorded the interview and then did the research on them, and it was like, I don't know if it's gonna be good for the brand to have them on. So yeah, that's an
Yeah,
autistic
there was like one show that I did and like I'll never do her show again. Like I don't even remember her name, but like she made me like really uncomfortable and we did a pre-show and I told her the things I wasn't comfortable speaking about and she still was trying to talk about those things and then had the nerve to ask me to do like a testimonial video. I did it, but I kept it very short because I'm really honest and I don't want to be like I don't like you and I'm never doing your show again and you made me uncomfortable. So I just kept it really short and was like that the staff was very polite and I wish you the best. But yeah, so
So
I
she's
was
lucky
just
that you don't remember her name.
yeah, she is because I'm really honest.
Go ahead, Talon.
I'm sorry, y'all froze on me just then. What was the setup? I heard it paused and then I heard go ahead, Talon. Uh, I'm lost. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I
I'll
try to
just
let you know when you could turn your mic on so the echo don't happen.
Got you. Okay. It paused out though. Are we saying goodbyes? Is that what's happening? Did I get here at the end?
No, she's saying that she didn't like this lady and she'll never go back on her podcast again.
Oh, well, one thing that I can say about podcasts and interviewers in general is that they don't necessarily do research to make the interview interesting. They just kind of find key talking points and then ask questions around that, and they don't make it personable. And that's the difference between a good interview and having a good experience with the person you're interviewing, and then just providing some type of entertainment that's more or less just factoids being spat back and forth with a little personality, but there's very much a clear and concise cut out way as opposed to a natural flowing dynamism where the conversation goes where it goes and you try to stay on point, but you also want to know who the person is through the interview, not just what they know about something. If you want to do that, you can always go on a news talk show. But if you have a podcast and you're not a news type of situation, then get to know who you have on there. Otherwise, you're not building relationships. You're just kind of using each other to get a bigger platform, which that's not going to work out well in the end. You got to help each other.
and then after like I did a testimonial like a month later they wanted me to do something else. I was just like to my dad, delete that email because I'm not doing nothing else for her.
Why would you even ask a guest to do something afterwards? The guest is on your show, and that is as much as the guest should do. If they decide to, advertise the show that they're on, then that's their prerogative. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like when I did your last show, like I put it all over my Instagram and anything. I didn't post none of the links of anything from her show. I was like, you're not gonna have me feel uncomfortable and think I'm gonna advertise anything for you.
And we appreciate it. We definitely do. I seen the other episodes still on your link tree. So
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. That was like one of my favorites.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. It was one of mine too.
It might be on my TikTok. If it's not in my TikTok, it's probably in my drafts. Because sometimes I wait for like a trending sound because you'll get more views that way.
Right. I understand. I don't have time to edit the TikTok videos either.
I do. I have a TikTok, but I don't produce great content. Actually, that's not true. Half of my content's pretty good. The rest, it's trollish.
I think my TikTok viewers like me because like I'm really outspoken.
Oh, I told you, bro. I got it. I got it. Thank you.
You could go ahead. I'm sorry. I was trying to be the clickety
I
click.
said I think my TikTok viewers like me because like I'm really outspoken because like and I'll touch on this after I tell you one of them she sent me a video about what I'm going to speak about and because she's a teacher so she doesn't like want anybody to know her identity but she know I'll just say it but I think they like me because I'm really outspoken and I'm very honest so like and some people, you know, a few of them are teachers, so they can't just say whatever they want. Like me, I'm an artist. I can say whatever they want. Nobody can take my art from me. But so that just brings me into what I told you about. There is a petition in my link tree. It's the first link, and it's to stop this doctor. His name is Michael B. First, and I hope the B stands for bastard. But anyway, so
On this podcast, it stands for bastard.
okay, so he's trying to keep autism diagnosis exclusively for white boys. He feels that in the past few years, diagnoses are just being too freely given out. And so he's trying to change like the criteria of how they're being given out. And if he gets what he wants, it's going to be harder for Black people, people of color, people in the gay community to receive a diagnosis. And I have a lot of Black women who think they're autistic but don't have a diagnosis. So if he gets his way, they're never going to be diagnosed and they're never going to get the help that they need. So I would encourage everybody to go and sign the petition. You don't have to donate to sign the petition. And if it gets to 5,000 signatures, it's more likely to get picked up by the media.
All right. Well,
Robert B. First.
bam.
First.
Where do we sign? We're gonna sign right here on live if we can find where to sign. Oh, right here. Bam.
First one.
Bam.
This is why we read on Talking Junk so we don't miss key moments.
There we go. That I'll do off screen. So nobody gets my credit card.
Yeah, I was about to say. Well, you don't have to donate. You don't have to donate, but you don't want nobody in your business either. So yeah,
Right.
Don't do that on screen because
Yeah, no, I
people
won't
is
do it off
creeps.
screen. I don't mind donating to the cause. You know, my niece is autistic also, and she's also she's Puerto Rican and Black, so it's very important. So I will.
I
sign that
can't see the
petition and
question.
donate.
Can you read that
Yes,
question
ma'am.
for me?
It says,
Okay.
I have a question for Ayanna. How do you cope with autism kids? My granddaughter is 3 years old, and at times it's very difficult. She's nonverbal also.
Is there a certain behavior that you're specifically referring to?
Come on, sunshine. Which behavior?
Well, I can tell you how I was dealt with as a 3-4-year-old. I liked my space. I well, yeah, the main part is I liked my space. I loved art. I like to draw. My biggest form of communication was art. So even if I couldn't speak and tell my parents what I wanted, I could draw a picture. But now the big thing is iPads and tablets. Now there are a lot of programs that you can get
Right, with
on
the
on
words and
iPads with the words, and they just tap the words, and it can tell you what they want. There are programs that can teach them basic sign language, which is another very popular way for autistic children to communicate. There are maybe like 7 signs that they should know, like eat, stop, no, bathroom, help. So those are some ways that that would help her.
She says she doesn't talk and she has a bad temper. So I think she just
Okay.
covered the doesn't talk part.
Yeah, the non-talking. I would definitely get the iPad. I believe will help with the communication because a big part of autism is communication. Me as an adult, I still have a hard time communicating. Like I can sit here and I could
I'm
speak,
not
but if I'm
autistic
having
and I have a hard time communicating. My wife
yeah,
will tell you.
I can sit here and I can speak now, but not even on a bad day, but just on some days I just can't communicate. Like everybody's like, "Well, what's wrong with you?" Nothing's wrong. I'm just having a hard time. So I would say it doesn't even have to be an iPad, any tablet. There are programs, the AAC programs. You tap the words. Some of them don't even have words. Some of them are just pictures. As far as the bad temper, it's probably not a bad temper. It's probably they're probably meltdowns. And
Frustration.
yeah, since I don't know you or your situation, your environment, I can't say what's causing the meltdowns. But if you see any certain patterns in her, then you can probably identify what's causing the meltdowns. And then once you do that, then maybe you can try to like curb them because you can't stop the meltdowns. I still have them as an adult, but and they can also happen at any time. But if you can know what causes them, then maybe you can like curb them because autistic people do have meltdowns.
So do we.
That's absurd. Never in my life. I've been, I was the calmest baby. I was the wisest child. Never in my life. I definitely threw a temper tantrum or two in the store. I'm pretty sure.
And he throws temper tantrums now as an adult. If you go to his TikTok, you know what I'm talking about.
Dance with passion, not a temper tantrum, unless you bring up that zombie shit.
No. Just go to your TikTok. You know what I'm talking about. Go to his TikTok.
Don't do that. It's friendly. I usually laugh. It's all good.
It's a sarcastic laugh. Anyway, I want to thank you again for coming on, and you are welcome here anytime. As a matter of
Thanks for
fact,
having me.
well, it's our pleasure. And as a matter of fact, we do have a Saturday show, and you mentioned Dark Disney, and that is right down our
Yeah,
alley. So if you ever want to come on the show and we can do an episode about Dark Disney,
I'm there.
sounds amazing. I'll definitely shoot you the information.
Okay.
But is there anything that you want to tell our viewers before we let you go? Because I know you're a very busy woman.
No,
Sunshine
just
said, "Thank you
thanks
for
for
the
having
invite,"
me. You're welcome. I hope things get better.
and we hope.
Thank you for being here. It's been a pleasure.
It was nice meeting you and nice seeing you again.
Yes, nice meeting you, and hopefully next time I'll be around more. It's been difficult for me being on here on top
Okay.
lately.
Sorry you're having a rough day.
It's just a busy one, but you know what? I appreciate it, and I appreciate you for coming on.
Thank you.
Maybe next time he'll wear his headphones so there's no echo.
They
Yeah.
don't work, bro. They don't work on StreamYard. I don't know what happens.
We got to get you a wired connection.
Well, if I wasn't out getting all this, I brought my laptop and stuff. It was just bad timing because tomorrow I'll have my headphones and all that. But anyway, next time I'll be prepared for you, so that way we can have a better conversation.
And
Sounds
tomorrow
good.
night, what he's talking about is we'll be in the break room, which is the podcast I just invited Ayanna to. No,
Ayanna.
don't do that. Stop calling her Ayanna. Her name is Ayanna, all right? And she is not a substitute teacher from Florida that likes to do things with their students, okay? She is a young lady who has her shit together and is very driven about her passion, and she's going to keep striving for better. And what is his name? What is his fucking name? What is his name?
Dr. B
Yeah,
first?
Dr. B First, that's his name?
Yeah, are we talking about the doctor with the petition?
Yes, yes, we are.
Dr. B First. B for bastard.
Everybody, make sure you go sign that petition. Make sure you do that. It is on link linktr.ee/phenomenally
Phenomenally
autistic.
autistic.
And it is the first one there. Definitely sign that because we are tired of the white man ruling us. We want to live. We want to get it. Our fair share.